All right, well, my intro isn't playing. Hello, everyone. Welcome to 10-Minute Fringe. I am Laser, and today I am joined by the incredible Cuomo of BUGS! Exclamation point. How you doing, Cole?
I'm so good. Thank you so much for having me, Lasers. Good to talk to you.
Well, you, the BUGS crew, have been absolutely delightful to meet and talk to. Tell me about BUGS.
Bugs is a sketch show about bugs. Very simply, we love the quick pitch. It is the brainchild of these two awesome friends of mine, Riley Smith and Tommy Fleming, who you've met at some of these Fringe things. And that's as simple as it gets, man. Every sketch is kind of on a different bug. So we have like the grasshopper sketch, the ladybug sketch, the dung beetle sketch, which has been really a treat every single night. And that's it. They had this idea. It was kind of a COVID thing. And we were like, okay, you want to do a sketch show about bugs? They're like, yeah, we're just going to kind of run with this concept. And we just sort of laughed and didn't think anything of it. 6 months later, they have this script and they're like, we're doing the Fringe. You're in it. You're in it. You're in it. And now we're here. And it's been super fun. And just getting to do something completely out of left field and totally absurd has been really, really crazy. So if you like something very goofy,
Sure,
very, very fun, bugs.
So how do y'all know each other? Are you a sketch team, or where does this group come from? Where do they assemble?
A few of us, Tommy and Riley and I and a couple of other folks in the cast, Jake Minton and Serena Anise, Frank Gulliher. These are just Paul Stanko. These are all actors, and these are, we met at USC in college. You know, God, like almost, you know, we hate to almost 15 years ago now. Some of us, it's always,
my Wi-Fi is literally so bad, so I can't
yeah,
stop talking, but I love you.
Can you hear me? Is it on? Okay.
Yeah, when you talk, it's great. So I'm gonna ask you, did you decide to do it at Fringe?
Say it again.
Why did you decide to do the show at Fringe?
Oh yeah, so it was kind of a whim. I mean, a lot of this, and I gotta give a lot of credit to Riley Smith, who has been a huge driving force behind all of these. He's doing 2 shows, as you know, in the Fringe, and so getting Bugs made, he and Tommy wrote it, and he said, you know, kind of like, hell, let's do it. And we said, okay, great. He was literally like, we're going to do this thing. He's like, I didn't know. We were kind of like, do you want to hold auditions? Should we try to rope the people in? And he just said, no, I think we'll let's just put the net out, see who can do it. So he was very much like gung ho about it. He was like, well, why not? You know, it's a super, you know, Fringe is so, I want to say accessible in a way, you know, where it's just this great, you know, obviously series of opportunities and venues and things. And he was like, let's sign up and throw some shit at the wall and see what sticks, really. And that's how it happened. I mean, yeah, truly, we were like, what is this going to be? You have this sketch show, you want to do it about bugs? Like, what are you talking about? And once we read it, we were like, this is goofy, this is great. Like, you can put this up anywhere, you know, and have it be really, really fun. And so that was kind of, we were like, we could do it anywhere. Well, why not somewhere where they love this kind of thing, you know, like where this is going to, you know, have a real place, we thought, amidst every, you know, everyone's super, you know, just original idea. You know, you can do infinite numbers of things, and we've seen infinite numbers of shows and all these different ideas. We were like, well, let's throw a little bug into the mixture, you know, let's get a little buggy with it. But yeah, really, it's been Riley. He's been driving these things, and he's driving he has his solo show, which is a take on Lord of the Rings, where he's doing this incredible 1-person deal. So he's written, he's directed Bugs, wrote it, and he's been also, you know, is its own kettle of fish. You know? So it was all him. He was like, I can let out all of this energy in one thing. Let's do this Fringe this summer. So that's how it happened. It was crazy. Yeah, I still really don't know.
Tell me about
barely even remember
great.
how any of this.
Tell me about the rehearsal process and putting it together. Was there any fun aspects of putting bugs on the stage?
Yeah, if you've worked in theater, you know how hard it is to wrangle people's schedules, and then the fringe just sort of paradigm with it being, you don't get a ton of rehearsal time in the space, right? So, when you have the larger your cast, the tougher that becomes. And we have 9 people. So Riley had a great idea of starting really early, so we were rehearsing 2-3 months ago, kind of really getting a good foundation for it, because we kind of knew it was just going to get harder as we got closer in the summer and people were so busy. So it was really, really fun we kind of built it sketch by sketch. We'd have, this group of people can meet this day, this group of people can meet that day. And through the music together, we have 2 songs, really super goofy. They're both from Hair. So everyone was like, oh yeah, I do know this tune, like, okay, great. And we'll kind of like build on that. We had some, it's still the same world from 2020 in a way, where like, we had some COVID stuff happen. People were sick and we were like, okay, well, we're going to lose this week, like that. And that was like 2 weeks ago. That was 2-3 weeks ago, like the week before we opened, so everyone was sick. We were like, okay, great. And then we were kind of like, well, we hoped to have maybe one extra run before our preview, whatever. That didn't really happen. So we fell into that, honestly, like safety net, of that first show. And then everything that kind of came together. We were like, oh, great, this is still here, despite sort of like, whatever it was, 8-10 days of people being legitimately not able to get together, so it was crazy.
Yeah.
That one of the things that I've come to appreciate about the folks doing their solo shows is that, like, you can do some really amazing things with your time, be it like your however many weeks you have to work on the thing, or given your hour or so of performance time. Like, a lot of that energy goes into scheduling when you have a big cast. Like, it just goes into, how are we going to get these people together? What can we accomplish when everyone is together? And when you're running your own thing, it's like, oh my gosh, I have all this opportunity for, you're doing music. A lot of people are incorporating a lot of different like media, into what their solo show is. And I found myself being a little jealous of that, where it's like, no, just the creative energy goes into different sort of lanes, when depending on what you're doing. So it was insane. But I've been
absolutely.
Yeah, I have the same question about rehearsals for like your show. Like, what is it like to put together that one man element, where you're like, oh man, I'm doing like original music, or I'm doing stand up, or I'm doing whatever. Like, that's something that I'm not super familiar with, having done just more like big project theater things. So that's been really fascinating too. And I'm curious about what your experience is like with that.
Yeah. I mean, I did a 6-person show last year and I wasn't in it. I was helping produce it. And this year I was like, I want to go to Edinburgh, and there's no way I can afford to bring 6 people. So I'll do my own thing, because then you can, I mean, the only obstacle is actually getting myself to do stuff. There's nobody else.
When I was in high school, again, and you're like, it's nice, it's fun when you're your own boss. You have to like kind of, really self-discipline there. When I was in high school, we took a huge group of kids to the Edinburgh Fringe. And it was just like, it was insane. I mean, we had the greatest time, but I remember we had to raise so much money. We were working on this show, and then like having, I don't remember, a dozen or so high schoolers there were running around. I was, even at the time, when we were really just kind of like in awe of everything, we were also aware of like, we are really exhausted, and like, this has been, it's crazy. And then to do the show and then take it across the world, like, I'm excited. Have you done Edinburgh Fringe yet, or will this be your first?
I've performed a little bit there, but I haven't done a run or haven't done my own show. So this will be my first time doing that.
Super cool.
Should be fun.
That's awesome.
Well, tell everybody, when is your show coming up? Why should they come? What are they gonna get out of it? Give us the hard sell.
Yeah, we have I'm gonna, for anybody listening right now, please use the code Creepy Crawly. Get yourself a stone cold free ticket to Bugs. If you're listening right now, we have, oh my gosh, 4 more shows, I believe. I got the card right here. We have this Friday at 10:30 p.m. That's 6:16, 6:18, 6:22, and 6:24 at various times, throughout June. Use the code CreepyCrawly. Come on through at the Broadwater main stage. We got a big old house, so we need butt cheeks. We need butt cheeks in those butt seats. So please come through. Bring your friends. Bring your enemies. We need it. And I'd be remiss if I didn't plug Riley's Lord of the Rings show too. That I have no idea what his comp code is, but please come through to it. That is also at the Broadwater. Dates throughout June. He's got another 5 or 6 shows too. What do we got? Sunday, this Thursday, this Sunday, following Monday, following Wednesday, and Riley's last show, which is going to be 6:24 at midnight at the Broadwater studio. We are going to be doing an improvised Lord of the Rings that night. I don't know if he's talked to you about that yet, but I believe you're on the invite list to perform if you are interested as well.
I'm so excited.
I have no idea.
I'm so excited.
It's going to be crazy. That was like I'm super into the midnight shows too. I love a nighttime. I love a late night show. So that'll get rowdy, I'm sure. But if you like improv comedy, if you like Lord of the Rings, come and see the Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, Extended Edition Part 1, presented and adapted by Riley Smith. And come see Bugs, man. Bugs is the sketch show about bugs. We laugh, we fart around, I get to, as David Attenborough, I get to be very horny for spiders, which is a terrific opportunity to explore, just fetishes in general and just that concept. That's the kind of thing that you're in for, if you come and see Bugs. We're very sex positive, very, very, very goofy. And
sex positive, bug positive, comedy positive.
Oh yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Cole. Everybody check out Bugs, and thank you so much, everyone, for watching.